This is my faith, this is my focus. All of my days, I know where my hope is. I live it loud, I shout the chorus, because I know, oh, you're always for us. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And keep on looking to you for where I'm going, knowing you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. I fix my eyes on you. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. I fix my eyes on you. This is my faith, this is my focus. All of my days, I know where my hope is. I live it loud, I shout the chorus, because I know, oh, you're always for us. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And keep on looking to you for where I'm going, knowing you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. I'll fix my eyes on you. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. I fix my eyes on you, oh yeah. Woo! You ready? Come on, let's go. Hands in the air, I know you're there, anywhere, oh. I fix my eyes on you. Hands in the air, I know you're there, anywhere, I fix my eyes on you. And keep on looking to you for where I'm going, knowing you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. I'll fix my eyes on you. You are my only, you are my only focus. You are my only focus. I fix my eyes on you. This is my faith, this is my focus. All of my days, I know where my hope is. I live it loud, I shout the chorus, because I know, oh, you're always for us. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And keep on looking to you for where I'm going, knowing you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. I'll fix my eyes on you. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. I fix my eyes on you. This is my faith, this is my focus. All of my days, I know where my hope is. I live it loud, I shout the chorus, because I know, oh, you're always for us. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And keep on looking looking to you for where I'm going, knowing you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. I'll fix my eyes on you. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. I fix my eyes on you, oh yeah, oh yeah. Woo! You ready? Come on, let's go. Hands in the air, hands in the air. I know you're there, I know you're there. Anywhere, oh. Anywhere. I fix my eyes on you, on you. Hands in the air, hands in the air. I know you're there, I know you're there. Anywhere. I fix my eyes on you, and keep on looking to you for where I'm going. No, you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. I'll fix my eyes on you. You are my only, you are my only focus. You are my only focus. I fix my eyes on you, on you, on you. This is my faith, this is my focus. All of my days, I know where my hope is. I live it loud, I shout the chorus, because I know, oh, you're always for us. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And keep on looking to you for where I'm going, knowing you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. I'll fix my eyes on you. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. I fix my eyes on you, on you, on you. This is my faith, this is my focus. All of my days, I know where my hope is. I live it loud, I shout the chorus, because I know, oh, you're always for us. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And even when it's hard for me to see.
Hello everyone, I'm so glad you tuned in today. We're having so much fun this month as we discover how God made us to be creative. Creativity is imagining what you could do because you're made in God's image. There are so many ways to be creative, but today we're looking at one aspect of creativity, music. It's time to play Mystery Tune. Don't worry if you don't consider yourself musical. This game will bring in everybody's creativity. So I'm going to go ahead and play the first 10 seconds of some of our worship songs that we play on Sundays, and your guys' job is to guess what the song is. So after the song plays, you'll have 10 seconds to figure out what the song is, and then I'll reveal it. And then we'll move on to the next round. We're going to play 3 rounds. It's going to be so much fun. So is everybody ready? All right, let's go. Alright, and time's up on round 1. That song was Alive. Did you guys get it? Okay, time for the next round. And time. That song was Only Focus. I'm sure you guys are doing great. Time for the final round. And time is up. Lock in your final guesses. Are you guys ready for the final song? That song was Every Beat. Awesome job, guys. That was amazing. Now let's keep with this musical theme because it's time to worship God.
Darkness run and hide, you bring the broken back to life. Only you can, only you can. You set me free from every chain, you fill my heart with songs of praise. Only you can, only you can. Jesus, you're the only reason that I'm even breathing. I am wide awake. My heart beats only for your glory. My hands reach up for you to hold me. My soul sings, Father, you are holy. My feet dance to your rhythm, to your rhythm. Every beat is calling. thank you 'cause everything you made is so beautiful. Every single star and every beat of my heart, and it's beautiful. You made my feet, you made my hands, you made me sing and you made me dance, 'cause your love is all around me, and your love is so astounding. I just wanna thank you 'cause everything you made is so beautiful. Every single star and every beat of my heart, and it's beautiful. Here we go, break it down now. Everything you created with your imagination is wonderful and good, wonderful and good. You're my inspiration beyond all explanation. You're wonderful and good, you're wonderful and good. Everything you created with your imagination is wonderful and good, wonderful and good. You're my inspiration beyond all explanation. You're wonderful and good, you're wonderful and good. I just wanna thank you 'cause everything you made is so beautiful. Every single star and every beat of my heart, and it's beautiful. I just wanna thank you 'cause everything you made is so beautiful. Every single star and every beat of my heart, and it's beautiful.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story. Inspired by the Book of Esther.
Esther was the queen of Persia.
Wait, what? Queen?
Esther didn't become queen in the usual way. See, her father wasn't a king, and she wasn't from a noble family.
It's just me and cousin Mordecai.
In fact, Esther was Jewish. Many of God's people had been captured and brought to Babylon when their home, Judah, was conquered. Then Babylon was taken over by Persia. So Esther grew up in a land that wasn't her own. When Esther's parents died, her cousin Mordecai raised her as his very own daughter.
Always remember what our scriptures say. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. Love Him with all your strength.
One day, a new king named Xerxes came to power in Persia. He was so impulsive that he actually fired his queen, Vashti, simply for refusing to show up at a wild party.
She will never see me again.
When Xerxes had finally calmed down, he had realized he now had no queen.
I have no queen.
He would have to find a new one.
I must find a new one.
So the king decided to hold a contest. He ordered his officials to gather the most beautiful young women in the land and put them through an entire year of beauty treatments. Esther was one of those girls chosen.
Cousin Mordecai, what do I do?
Don't tell anyone you're from a Jewish family.
I have chosen my new queen. Drum roll. My new queen is Esther.
Me?
Assume the queenly royal crown. I might have to resize it.
Just as Xerxes had so impulsively switched queens, he also promoted a royal official named Haman higher than all of the other nobles in the kingdom.
Bow to me, you fools!
Haman was delighted when all of the officials outside the palace bowed low before him. When he discovered that Mordecai refused to bow, he was enraged.
You have to bow! Somebody make him bow!
Haman was so angry. He made a plan to destroy not only Mordecai, but all the Jews in the land. He laid it out for the king.
Your Majesty, these Jews live differently than everyone else. They don't obey your laws.
Fiddlesticks! That's just wrong.
Precisely. Give the order to destroy them.
Consider it done.
Xerxes agreed to the terrible decree. Messengers took the letter all over the kingdom.
Hear ye, hear ye. On the 13th day of the 12th month, all Jews are to be killed. Hear ye, hear ye.
When Mordecai and the other Jews discovered the horrible news, they dressed in rough clothing and wept bitterly. Mordecai sent a message to Esther in the palace, telling her what Haman had done.
You must ask the king to save our people.
Esther was devastated. She sent a response to her cousin.
No one can come before the king unless he sends for them. If I do it, I'll die, unless he reaches out his gold scepter to me.
Mordecai sent his answer right back.
You may not escape, even though you're queen. Who knows? It's possible that you became queen for just a time like this.
He's right. Here, tell this to Mordecai. Gather all the Jews. Don't eat anything for 3 days. I and my servants will fast too. Then I'll go to the king.
Esther faced an impossible dilemma, but she took 3 days to prepare her heart and her mind.
Bring my most beautiful royal robes.
Heart racing, Esther entered the throne room. Across the long hall, she saw the king seated high on the throne. Breathless, she waited for him to see her.
Please, please, please.
The king looked up. His dark eyes locked on Esther's face. And then he smiled. He reached out his golden scepter.
Thank God.
What is it, Queen Esther? I'll give you anything, up to half my kingdom.
Esther could have made her request right away, but she knew she would have a better chance if she made the king curious.
King Xerxes, if it pleases you, come to a feast I prepared today. Oh, and bring Haman.
Consider it done.
Esther created an elaborate feast for the king and his number 2 official.
Look at me, you peasants, invited to the queen's banquet.
At the meal, King Xerxes once again tried to discover what Esther wanted.
I'll give you anything, up to half my kingdom.
Once again, Esther held her ground and waited for the perfect moment.
I'd like you and Haman to come to another feast tomorrow. Then I'll answer your question.
The king agreed, and Haman spent the whole evening bragging to all of his friends.
You guys, the queen thinks I am the bomb.
But the second feast was a different story. As before, Esther prepared an incredible meal. Both Haman and the king were quick to dig in.
What do you want me to do for you? I'll give you up to half my kingdom.
Esther took a deep breath. Something told her this was the right moment.
Your Majesty, let me live. Please spare my people. We have been sold to be destroyed.
Haman paled and choked on his fillet, but the king's face flushed red with rage.
Who is the man who has dared to do such a thing?
Esther turned her gaze on Haman.
Haman is the one.
In a panic, Haman threw himself at the queen.
Totally didn't mean it. Please, please, please let me live.
You dare attack the queen? Take him away.
That very night, Haman was killed, and the king created a new order that would allow the Jews to be saved.
We will celebrate this day with great joy.
God had given Esther a surprising position in a foreign nation, and when the time was right, she would use all she had been given to save her people.
Just like God had an important purpose for Esther, he had an amazing purpose and plan when he sent his son Jesus. Because Jesus came to be our Savior, we can have a relationship with God that will last forever. Let's say our bottom line together. God created you for a purpose. Okay, let's say that again, but look at the person sitting beside you. God created you for a purpose. Awesome. Now say it again to the person on the other side of you. God created you for a purpose. You might wonder what your purpose is, and sometimes it's something big and exciting. Sometimes it's something big and exciting that God does through you over lots and lots of years. Or sometimes it's just day to day, and you choose to use your gifts that God has given you. But a lot of the time, it's also both. Just pay attention to the gifts that God gave you. And when you have a chance to use them, do it. Maybe you can think about the things that excite you, or even make you sad. You have the skills and gifts to solve a problem that you see. There's so many ways you can live out God's purpose for your life. I'll see you guys next week.
Hey everybody, did you know that it's National Watermelon Day? And also, look at how tiny this guy is. So tiny. Anyways, I'm gonna create a unique work of art to celebrate by smashing this watermelon onto the floor.
Whoa! Don't you dare, young man.
Okay. I'll do it after I tell you this really cool story I heard about Leo, who is my cousin's aunt's dog's hairdresser's neighbor. So I forget. Anyways, he's just a great kid. And I heard his story. Now, Leo's eyesight is so bad, he's had to wear glasses as long as he can remember. And glasses make everything harder. Other kids are like, watch it, 4 eyes. And the beach is the worst. Unless Leo wants to see the waves in low def. Every year, Leo begs, can I just get contacts? Because contacts would give him laser vision. But every time Mom says, not yet, sweetie, and reminds him, God gave you beautiful eyes. The only thing worse than Mom being uncool in front of Leo's friend is the uncool assignment from Leo and Josh's art teacher. They're supposed to create a picture of some place they saw this summer by drawing or painting or throwing ripe veggies at the wall. Yeah, I know. A tomato is actually a fruit. Now, some creative license, please. Okay? All right. Thank you. Mom sends Josh and Leo away to do their project, and Josh draws himself in the mountains on an alien planet. But Leo's like, I can't draw. I can't paint. Not to mention that I didn't even go anywhere this summer but here. Suddenly, Leo knows what he can create. And when he's finished, everyone can see with Leo's eyes. Mom and Josh think it's really cool he created something so unique. They give him a thumbs up, and a standing ovation, and red tomato confetti. So kids, remember that wearing glasses is a superpower, and that creativity is imagining what you could do because you were made in God's image. Ooh, I just thought of something even more creative that I can do with this watermelon. I'm gonna slice it up and give everybody a piece. A teeny, teeny, tiny piece. Little bitty. All right, bye guys. I'll see you next time. Hey, Fluffy, I got watermelon this time.
Are you ready? Help me sing it now. 1, 2, 3, let's go. I was made to do amazing things. I know. I was made to be his hands and feet. I know. God made me to shine, makes me come alive, makes me wanna live my life for him. God made me to shine, makes me come alive, makes me wanna live my life. Wanna dance, 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 dance all around. I wanna jump, jump, jump and sing out loud. And yes, the light I found, I just can't hide it now. I wanna shout my desire to sing His praise, shout it louder. I believe God made me to shine. Oh, I am wired with one thing, made my desire to sing His praise, shout it louder. I believe God made me to shine. Oh, God made me to shine, makes me come alive, makes me wanna live my life for Him. God made me to shine, makes me come alive, makes me wanna live my life. Wanna dance, 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 dance all around. I wanna jump, 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 sing out loud. He is the light I found, I just can't hide it now. I wanna shout it out to the world. God made me, yeah, and I'm unique. Yeah, God made me. Yeah, I'm unique. Yeah, God made me.
Hello everyone, I'm so glad you tuned in today. We're having so much fun this month as we discover how God made us to be creative. Creativity is imagining what you could do because you're made in God's image. There's so many ways to be creative, but today we're looking at one aspect of creativity: music. It's time to play Mystery Tune. Don't worry if you don't consider yourself musical. This game will bring in everybody's creativity. So I'm going to go ahead and play the first 10 seconds of some of our worship songs that we play on Sundays, and your guys' job is to guess what the song is. So after the song plays, you'll have 10 seconds to figure out what the song is, and then I'll reveal it. And then we'll move on to the next round. We're going to play 3 rounds. It's going to be so much fun. So is everybody ready? All right, let's go. All right, and time's up on round 1. That song was Alive. Did you guys get it? Okay, time for the next round. And time. That song was Only Focus. I'm sure you guys are doing great. Time for the final round.